Hello everybody. Today's video, unfortunately, is taking a slightly more somber tone.
The way they're treating these animals makes me want to cry. This is sanctioned animal torture here.
I went to Chatuchak Market this morning with Mina in order to make another cute video. What I ended up witnessing was something that will haunt me for a long time. If you want to see a fun video, go watch a Mark Wiens video, because this is definitely going to take a much more serious tone than
Here at 9:30 a.m. early on a Sunday morning to check out Chatuchak Weekend Market.
Early in the morning for me. I wanted to go back to bed this morning, but I'm here and I have a coffee, so I'm ready to do some shopping.
Somehow we have ended up in the pet section of Chatuchak Market. I've never seen this before. There's piles of little puppies back here in these pens. Pretty hot. I kind of regret coming down to the pet section of Chatuchak Market. It's a little bit disturbing for me to see animals being kept like this. It's kind of sad. I try to stay positive on these videos, but the way they're treating these animals makes me want to cry. This is like sanctioned animal torture here. I would not recommend coming and buying a pet down at Chatuchak Market. You're supporting indecent treatment of animals. This animal section is horrible. Every animal here is so hot. There's so many animals that don't belong on the fucking streets out here. You think sugar gliders and birds and all this stuff should really be out on the hot concrete with no water? It's pretty heartbreaking. Unless you're really in the need for some touristy goods, I would probably give Chatuchak Market a miss. Not only was the animal thing extremely off-putting, but I don't really think there's anything here that anybody really needs. But I think it's mostly knickknacks geared towards tourists. We've seen lots of knickknacks. Mina got some gifts for her friends. The whole way they treated animals was pretty off-putting, and honestly I'm finding it hard to regain my mood after seeing all that, and I think I'm gonna head home.
What I first saw was puppies in cages, 5 or 10 puppies in a really small area, no water, and of course the vendors had signs that said no pictures, and I wondered why at first. Upon further investigation around that area, I came to see reptiles crammed into cages, large lizards defecating on each other. Not only that, they had sugar gliders, chinchillas, and other small exotic animals overheating, some on the verge of death. Birds had saran wrap surrounding them, and the birds were just stuffed in there. Giant tortoises in extremely small pens that were clearly overheated and extremely unhappy. They were just all hiding in the corners of their pens, obviously because they had no water in the heat. It was almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit in this area, and unhappy, clearly sick. I was really stunned beyond belief at the mistreatment of all these animals. It struck me in a way that I have a hard time even putting into words. I grew up raising livestock. They teach you to put animal husbandry above all else, and in the setting that I did it, it was the utmost importance to be constantly looking after your animals, to make sure that they were in the best health, and these animals stuffed in these pens with no water, barely any food, just for the amusement of tourists. It was truly disturbing to me. I've never been an outspoken animal activist, but when you see something like this that is so blatant and so widespread abuse, it was really sad. It made me immediately want to leave the market. I had no plans of leaving at the time, but after seeing that, it was truly devastating to me. It makes me question the motives of these vendors. They're breeding these animals and procuring them in order to what? Just let them sit in the hot sun and die? How many animals in those pens are going to die this weekend because just want to make a little bit of money? There's laws against the mistreatment of animals like this. If you're going to Chatuchak Market and supporting these, breeders of these animals that are just casually mistreating all of them, that's horrible. And I don't even think that I'll ever be returning to Chatuchak Market again after seeing that. And it makes me question, how desperate do you have to be in order to breed these animals, keep them in small cages? It's sad, you know, I shed a tear over it, and it is something that's going to bother me for a long time. It makes me question on even if I want to return to Thailand in the future. To see how people just don't even care about these animals' lives, it's disturbing, for lack of a better word. I am depressed by this. I'm still affected by it. That's why I'm making this video. And